Welcome back, guys. This is part 2 to understanding the market structure. In part 1 of this video, we did an illustration to understand the market structure. So if you haven't watched that video, I would suggest to watch that video first. I'll be leaving the link in the description. So watch that video first before you come over to this one. So without wasting much of your time, let's go straight to the video. Alright, so we are going to start with an uptrend. When we are having an uptrend, we want to see higher highs and higher lows, right? This is a swing low. The next one is a swing high to this point. We have a swing low, a swing high, a swing low. Okay, so let's stop here first, right? So here we have higher high. This is higher high. And the next one is what? We have higher low here. Let me just adjust this a little. So we have higher low here. The next is what? Higher high. This is our higher high. And the next one is higher low. This is a higher low here. And the next one is higher high here. The next is higher low here. Right? So you can see here we have higher high. We have a pullback. Look at where the pullback stops, which is our higher low. Then we have a continuation move, breaking this previous higher high. So we are going to bring in break of structure and change of character. So based on the rule, each time price breaks a higher high, so we have a break of structure, right? So price is breaking this structure. So we have a higher high here. Where is the next higher high? This is the next higher high because price has broken out of the previous higher high and it has created a new one here. So after the higher high, we are expecting a higher low. This is a swing that gave us this higher low here. So this swing is what is called a swing low. From this point price rejected, or from this point that we had a rejection, we are going to call here our swing low. Okay, so after the swing low that created this higher low, we now have a continuation movement to the upside. All right, so you can see that this continuation move has broken out of this recent high here, right? This was the previous high we had before price break out of it to give us a new higher high. Okay, you can see that this high is higher than the previous one. After this higher high, we had a retracement or a pullback. Price pulled back to this point, got rejected from here, and gave us another continuation leg to the upside. And as the market was pushing to the upside, it broke out of the recent higher high that we got. From this point that we had a break is what we call a break of structure. So based on the rule, each time price breaks a higher high, we have a break of structure, right? So this is where we have a break of structure. So you can see the market pushes all the way up to this point. So from here, it got rejected. From this point of rejection, pushing to the downside is where we have our new higher high. This was the previous higher high. And from this point of rejection, we now have a new higher high here. So after a higher high, we are expecting a higher low. Okay, so as we are having this swing low, price is trying to create a higher low. This is where price stopped before this retracement here. So from this point of rejection, we now have a new higher low here. Remember, this is higher high, higher low, higher high, which is a swing high, higher low, which is a swing low. So from here, we are going to identify the next higher high. We are expecting this push here, this continuation leg to push out of this recent higher high here. Okay, let's push this down. So from here, we want to see the next push that will break out of this higher high here. You can see here, this one actually broke out of this higher high, but it came back down. It did not close with a body of a candle here. When price fails to break a higher high with a body of a candle, that particular continuation leg is a fail swing. All right, so this particular one here, you can see though this candle pushed all the way up to this point but got rejected at this point here. right? So here we do not have a break of structure yet. Okay, so the market pushes all the way down, got to this point, right, before the next push. Let me bring this here. So this particular move now, we are supposed to have another continuation leg like this here, but since this particular movement did not close with a body of a candle, we do not have a break of structure yet. A break of structure is when price breaks out of a recent high with a body of a candle. You can see here, this is a rejection. This is a rejection candle, so we do not have a break of structure here yet. From here, price pushes back down to this point. So it's this particular push now that gave us a break of structure. So this is where we have a break of structure here. This body of a candle here, this is where we have a break of structure. Here is also higher low, but you can see this is like an equal low. Here you can see here, this is like an equal low. Then we have another continuation leg to the upside. This is where price got to. So from here we are expecting to have a pullback. So from this pullback here, we have a pullback here. So where is our recent higher high? This is our recent higher high here. This point becomes our recent higher high. After a higher high, we are expecting a higher low. Remember, each time price breaks a higher high to create a new one, that signifies that price is still maintaining its current direction or trend. Okay, so now we have a pullback. This is the point of rejection. This is going to be our new higher low here. After a higher low, we are expecting a continuation push to the upside, right? So let's identify the next continuation move. From here, we have another push to the upside here. Price has broken out of this recent higher high. Okay, so each time price breaks a recent higher high, we have what is called a break of structure. After a higher high, which is a continuation leg, we should be expecting a pullback, right? After a continuation leg, the next thing we want the market to do is to give us a pullback. Okay, so from here we have a pullback here. So from this point of rejection, from where we have a pullback, we are going to consider this as our higher high. So this is now our recent higher high here. So after a higher high, we are expecting what? We are expecting a higher low, which is a pullback, okay, to the upside. This is where price reversed from, to the upside. So from this point of reversal is what is known as a higher low. So I'm going to bring this one here. This is now a recent higher low here. So after a higher low, we're expecting a higher high. The rule says each time price breaks a higher high, we have a break of structure. When price breaks a higher low, we have a change of character. Okay, so we have higher high here and we have higher low here. You can see that this push here got to this point, got rejected here. We have a break from this point here. Okay, so remember, the rule says each time price breaks a higher high, we have a break of structure. When price breaks a higher low, we have a change of character. Since price has refused to break this recent higher high here, we do not have a break of structure, right? But since this push now, since price changed its direction to the downside, breaking out of this recent higher low, we have a change of character. Here we have a change of character. Change of character means price has changed from its current direction or trend to a new one. Okay, so now let's start from here to start identifying the next move. So this change of character signals that price has shifted its structure from an uptrend to a downtrend. So this is the beginning of a downtrend where price breaks out of a higher low, lower high, and here will be our lower low. Okay, so here is going to be our new lower high and here will be our new lower low. that price pushed to this point before dropping to the downside. Okay, we have a new lower high, we have a new lower low here. Let's stop here first. All right, so we have a new lower high here, and the next push that breaks out of this one is our lower low. Okay, so we are going to bring this here. This is our new lower low here. Each time price breaks a lower low, we have what is called a break of structure. You can see here that we have this push to the downside, breaking out of the previous lower low here. So here is going to be our break of structure here. Here we have a break of structure here. You can see here that price has broken out of the lower low. All right, so each time breaks out of a lower low, we have what is called a break of structure. Now this break of structure we are seeing here, okay, is now to the downside. So we have a break of structure here to the downside. This point here that price reacted from is our new lower high. This is our new lower high, right? It's from this point here that created this lower high, and from this lower high we had a break, a continuation leg to the downside, breaking out of the previous lower low and giving us a break of structure here. So here you can see that price is pushing to the downside, got to this point, rejected from this point. This point of rejection, dishing out a pullback, is what we are going to identify as our lower low. So let's bring this down, and let's just clone this. So this is our new lower low here, right? After this lower low, price retraced inward to dish out a new lower high here, So is this lower high that will determine if we are going to have the next lower low. So you can see here price pushes to the downside, and you can see the body of the candle here from the previous low. Since this one pushes down with the body of a candle, we are going to identify here as our new lower low, while this point of break is going to be called a break of structure. So this point of break is known as a break of structure. So price breaking the lower low to create a new one signifies price is still maintaining its downward movement. From here we are expecting price to give us a new lower high and break down to give us a new lower low. But look at what happened here. We had a pullback here, but this pullback has failed to give us a new lower low. This low here is lower than the previous one, so don't be confused here. Okay, so we had a new lower low here. Price retraced in, okay, but fails to give us a new lower low here. Price retraced in, dished out a new, let me bring this here. So from here we had a pullback, and from here we had a continuation leg to the downside here, where price rejected to give us pullback, right? So here becomes our new lower low. So we are considering this our new lower low because it has broken out of the previous lower low by giving us a break of structure here, right? So we have a break of structure here, and here becomes our recent lower low. So price dished out a pullback and got rejected from here. Now we want to see when price has shifted from a downtrend to an uptrend. This is our new high, which is lower low, and this is our recent low, which is lower low. So as price is breaking structure to the downside, we are having a break of structure. So when price breaks out of this recent lower high, we are going to have what is called a change of character. So let's try to identify a change of character here. So from here, we have what is called a change of character. You can see that price has pushed above this recent lower high that price created. This is going to be a change of character to the upside. So that's how to identify when price is shifting from an uptrend to a downtrend, and when price is shifting from a downtrend to an uptrend. So when price is still maintaining a downtrend, we want to see a series of lower low and lower high. But when price shifted its structure to the upside, we want to see price breaking the recent lower high to the upside. So let's move to what is called a consolidation. So this is a consolidation phase. A consolidation is when price is not giving us a clear direction. You can see this price pushed to the downside, got to this point, got rejected, pushes to this point, came down to this point, pushed to this, drop to this, pushed back up again. This is what is called a consolidation. A consolidation is when we do not have a clear direction. You can see here that we do not have a clear direction. Market is reacting to this resistance zone and is also reacting to this support zone here. When you are seeing this kind of pattern, it is best to stay off the market because you can't really tell the next step that price is going to take. So guys, no matter the strategy you are trading, you need the knowledge of market structure. Okay, take for example, you are trading a trend line strategy and they tell you you have to identify 2 touches before you can draw out your trend line, right? How did they come about the 2 touches? Is from the knowledge of the structure of the market. Let's say this is the first touch and this is the second touch. You draw it out. You can see here on the 3rd touch, price respected to push to the upside. Let's look at another strategy. Let's say your strategy is trading the support and resistance. You draw from here. This is a resistance zone and draw it out, waiting for price to react to this point, but price did not react to it. And they will also tell you, look for a break and a retest of that zone, right? Now let's draw this one across to this point. Even with the knowledge of the structure of the market, you can see that this is a breakout and price coming back to retest here is from the knowledge of the market structure. You can see, right? So understanding the market structure is essential to any strategy you are trading. Even if you are using indicator, you still need to understand the structure of the market. If you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing to the channel and also give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys in my next video. Bye.